Blimey, early in the morning for you lot, although you're probably watching this later on, so it probably isn't. Good. Anyway, got a little bit of a treat for you. Let me just stop right there, because I always say that, don't I? I've got a treat for you. Actually, it's a treat for me. And really, sometimes it isn't a treat, and I'll tell you why. Because most places that you find these days, they're not that great, are they? The value's not good. They've cut back on the produce and the quality of the produce. However, there are still a few places out there that you can get good quality like back in the old days. And that is at a Truckstop diner. Now, stop, because I've done my research on this and I've looked, and daft as it sounds, I've thought, can we, as the general public, go into a Truckstop diner? Because I'm not a trucker, I'm not a lorry driver. And you can. And there is one place in the UK that's actually featured on television. Now, hear me out. This place is called the Stockyard, and it's featured on ITV's Tales of the Road. And lots of you people out there who are truck drivers, some of you who are truck drivers, have said this place is fantastic. Now, it has some great write-ups. For instance, the Sheffield Telegraph. Forget your average greasy spoon. This place serves top quality home cooked food. And then we can go on for another one here. Let me read you another one. There's quite an interesting one here as well, from the Sheffield Telegraph again. Is that right? Where are we? No, the Star, there we go. It's fine homemade food, the sort you wish your mother could have made. This place is supposed to be fantastic. It's also built out of reclaimed bricks as well, so I'm looking forward to it. I want you guys to mark it out of 10. They don't just do full English breakfast. It is the morning time, it is breakfast time, and normally I have a full English breakfast, don't I? So we'll compare it. And one of the emails that I got off of a trucker said the best full English breakfast is at this place. So that's where we're going to go today. We're going to mark it out of 10. I want you guys to mark it out of 10 on looks and on price, and of course on my facial expressions. Now, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, click the little bell for notifications of when I upload new videos. Now, without further ado, my friends, let's go. Right, my friends, now, so we are off to the Stockyard. Now, I have got somebody on the telephone line at the moment who you may know as JB, my good friend Dave. Now, he's actually sat in his cab at the moment, in his lorry, and he has actually been to the Stockyard. So, Dave, can you tell me, what is it like at the Stockyard? Do they offer good value for money, and is it good food, like your mum would have made?
Well, my mum couldn't cook, but the food's all right. Yeah, it's very good value. Proper scran for a proper man. Oh, sorry, can't say that. Proper scran for people.
Man food. You can say it on this channel.
Man food.
You can say it on this channel. Man food. Now, it's a dying trade, really, isn't it? These Truckstop diners. There's not many of them left. Not true ones, really, though, is there? They're sort of like few and far between now.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're all going by the wayside. But you know, it's all become fast food, KFCs, Subways, all that malarkey rather than proper food. But when you're on the road all day, you don't want to live on that. That's why the stereotypical driver now is overweight, type 2 diabetic. It's because we have to live on rubbish, and to find somewhere where you can get proper food is, you know, it's brilliant, really. But I mean, there's a call for it. A whole new business opportunity.
Well, I'm going there today. It's featured on television, so I am looking forward to it. They don't just do breakfast. They do Sunday roasts and all sorts, like proper dinners on an evening entertainment, beers, everything, showers, the works.
It's a proper MacMaster site. You'll fit in really well there, especially with an hairdryer. I mean a Porsche. It should do well.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, as I say, Truckstop diners, these are the places where you're going to get your bargains, and they're normally owned by family businesses, etc., aren't they? Or smaller, sort of like family groups, etc., like smaller businesses. So there we go.
Yeah, a lot of them now are on transport yards as well, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the hardest bit, I mean, it's all about secure parking as well, which is, again, we won't go down there. That's another story. But yeah, you'll enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, I'll be, rather disappointed, really.
Right, well, stay there, Dave. Now then, guys, so don't forget, we're going to mark this out of 10. I want you guys to mark it out of 10 as well on looks alone. I'm looking forward to this, and these are the places that we should be supporting. We're, proper man food, and you can say that on this channel as well. Although there are proper, are there lady lorry drivers as well, female lorry drivers?
There's a hell of a lot of them, and some pretty good ones, very good ones as well.
I thought you were going to say pretty ones then, but then you went pretty good ones.
I thought, no, it's my Nottingham accent. We'll lose it.
Anyway, come on, onwards, my friends. Drive safely, Dave, and let's get there.
Cheers, mate.
Onwards, my friends. Right, hang on, just stop right there. I've got Dave still on the phone here. Dave, you've got to answer me this as a lorry driver, mate. I've just pulled onto the M1, right? What is it with you lorries not pulling over when I'm coming off the slip road, and you just don't move over, you stay on the inside lane? What's all that about?
Well, we can only do 53 to 56 mile an hour flat out with a force 10 gale behind us. And then you enemas in cars, enemas as we call it, because you're always up our arse, come up behind us and expect us just to move out of the way. And then all you do is get in the middle lane and sit there for the next 20 miles. You want to try this job one day, mate? It's not that easy.
And can I just say, on the A1 as well, where there's only 2 lanes, right? This really gets on my nerves, right? There's 2 lanes.
Yeah.
And then one of you guys will literally start to try and overtake the other one, and you can't get past each other. You're neck and neck, and you're holding up the important people like us car drivers and motorists behind you. What's all that about? I'm joking, by the way, lorry subscribers. What's all that about?
Well, that's so we can get side by side and we can pass each other a Yorkie and a cup of tea. That's all that's about.
Yorkshire tea, as you're holding up in your little picture there on screen.
That's it. As seen on the thumbnail, Yorkshire tea. There is other teas available, but none as good. I am open for sponsorship.
Right, well, anyway, I'll let you get back on the road. Stay there, anyway, yeah. We've literally got another couple of minutes, and then we're going to get to this truck stop diner, where I probably won't be welcome again now after having to go at lorry drivers. Anyway, come on.
I'm going to ring ahead.
No, don't do that. Onwards, my friends. Right, I've still got Dave on the phone here, and he's laughing and I'm laughing. I mean, I'm pulling up to a truck stop diner in an electric milk float. There's just something wrong about it. Actually, there's a you can go in and it looks like there's more place for cars here. I think I'll move out of the truck places. Now, Dave, well, I've got you on because this is a good question actually. CB radio. I'm going to ask you, I'm like a little kid talking to a lorry driver and he's my mate. Do you still have CB radio?
Still about. A few have it, but no, I've never had. I haven't had one since I was 14.
What was your handle?
Oh God, it was typical 70s slipping era. It was a cactus flyer.
Why was that?
Because I was a pain in everybody's backside.
That's not what you told me earlier on. Anyway, so so no CB radio anymore. Got your ears on good, buddy. You know, rolling around.
It is still about. Yeah, it's still 1.9 for a copy and all that palaver, but there's not many got it. I don't think. I think some of the lads on YouTube have got it. The truckers on that have got it, but don't see much of it now.
Oh, fantastic. Anyway, I'm here now. It looks like an old Tom Cobley pub. That's got that kind of feel to it rather than a truck stop diner, or like a Wetherspoons kind of feel to it. But lots of lorries here, so I'm going to say bye to Dave. So let's get out of this milk float. Let's turn this milk float off. There we go. And let's get out there. Come on. Right, here we are, Stockyard, the truck stop diner, and I've just cut Dave off. I turned the car off and he just got rid of him. Anyway, I'll catch him later, but lots of trucks about here if you're into lorries. Trucks, it's not really a truck in the UK, is it? It's a lorry, isn't it? Or a lurry, as my mum used to say from being up north. But I do like there's an American style one over there actually. I like the American style trucks with the big bonnets on them. Something about them from seeing the movie Duel. Do you remember that, where he was chasing the car? Fantastic movie that was. Spielberg movie, I believe. Anyway, let's have a look around, get in there and get this full English breakfast. Come on. Right, wow, okay, so I've ordered the Stockyard breakfast, which is 2 eggs, got the beans, bacon, hash brown, sausage, tomatoes, black pudding, we've got toast here as well, got a cup of tea, got 2 eggs. Now the eggs are done perfectly, you know how I like my eggs, and these are done spot on, and that came to a total of, believe it or not, just £6.95. So just, I mean, got mushrooms on there as well. It's not the pretentious portobello mushrooms. This looks absolutely fantastic. Take a closer look, my friends. Right, my friends, well, I've got to say, this looks absolutely spot on, and I mean, really, for the price, this is great. £5.95 for the Stockyard breakfast. The sausage looks good. The eggs, why can't these, this is perfect. These eggs are absolutely spot on, and all they do is they flick a little bit of fat over the top, and a lot of places don't seem to understand that. They go, oh, I can flip the egg for you. These are not flipped. They've chucked the fat over the top and it just glazes it over the top, which is how it should be. And these guys have got it right. Every truck stop diner that I've been to know how to do their eggs. Going to pop a little bit of HP on there now. Is a bit controversial because I did say I liked Daddy's better the other day, but I mean, you can't beat HP. Funnily enough, I've said it was invented in Nottingham by a butcher. It was invented in Basford, which is where Baz the Barber is based, in New Basford. Right, so we've got the hash brown here, which is great. No fat on the bacon at all. Very little fat on the bacon there. Just look at that, perfect. Absolutely how it should be. Got the sausage there as well. Proper sausage, slight bend in it. There we go, look at that. There you go. Alright, let's try this sausage first. That's always my favourite bit actually of the breakfast. There we go. It's not a standard catering sausage, that's a nice little sausage. Oh yeah, wow. That is superb. We'll cut into the bacon here. Bacon looks good. Oops, losing it there. It's alive. There's the bacon. Not, oh yeah, bacon's perfect. Got the nice bit of black pudding there, which I've now become a little bit accustomed to. Beans there, not in a ramekin, on the plate. A lot of people saying, why do you put them in a ramekin? Whack them on the plate. What's with a ramekin? They just keep the heat in them, but it's a proper breakfast, back old school. There we go, hash brown. Very, very nice. Right, let's break into this egg. Have a closer look, my friends. Just look at this egg. Bang on for me, that egg is. Right, I'm going to have my tea here as well, in a mug. Yeah, that's proper. Right, let's go in for this black pudding. Let's cut this in half here. Just look at that. Check that out. Proper bit of black pudding there. Let's go in for that. Yeah, done to perfection. Got the tomatoes on there, tinned tomatoes. Not the pretentious tomato. That is spot on. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a little bit of my sausage. Just put a little bit of egg on it like that. And I think what I'll do, use my toast, whack the egg on top and eat it that way. Mushrooms are good, not too watery. And the beans, a little bit of a bean test. Good consistency. Now I can tell these are not microwaved. I've said before, you can tell because they congeal a little bit more, whereas when you put them in a microwave they're a little bit too runny, and they do taste better out of a pan, believe it or not. You can laugh about it, but they do. Right, I'm going to eat the rest of this, come back to you and then mark it out of 10. And I tell you what, this is great. Just set me up, get me back on the road again, just like a trucker. See you in a minute. fantastic, thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm going to finish the rest of my tea and I'll see you guys outside in a minute. I think you've got to slurp it out of a mug, haven't you? Right, let's get down to business. Okay, so first things first, thoroughly enjoyed that, absolutely fantastic. Now, before we start, there was a viewer of the channel who emailed me about this place, even sent a photograph. I can't remember your name, I do apologise. Please pop a comment down below because you let me know about this place and it's fantastic. Right, let's get down to business. Those eggs for me. You know, I'll overlook a Haribo egg sometimes because some people like a Haribo egg, but for me, that's how eggs should be done. Even I can do eggs like that. If you give me a frying pan and a bit of fat, you flip the fat over the top. A lot of people go, oh, I can flip the egg, and they turn it over and then it ends up flat and hard. That's not how you do it. That's how you do it. That is a proper egg. I don't like being confronted with a bright yellow Haribo egg. It reminds me of, and I know I'm not a vegan or a vegetarian, but in my head I think, oh, unborn embryo, which is a bit weird. I know that's how my mind works, but there we go. So the eggs for me were perfect. I was going to deduct a point because I thought, oh, it needs fried bread, but then I had a look again at the menu on the way out. You can have fried bread instead of toast, so I should have had the fried bread. So there we go. So you can have fried bread or toast. Bacon was spot on, sausage was proper, really tasty. £5.95 for that. That is bang on, my friends. I love it. So I'm going to give it a 10 all day, every day, because it deserves it. It's old school, proper Truckstop diner there. Now, I didn't feel out of place. I didn't feel awkward by not being a trucker. There's a car park here for cars as well. And you got your massive truck park there as well for people, for truckers and lorry drivers that are stopping overnight. There's a licence bar in there as well. So if you're stopping over in the back of the cabs or whatever, they can have a couple of pints before they get their head down. It's absolutely brilliant. They don't just do a full English, they do everything on the menu there. I'll put the website in the description down below. It really is bang on. If you own a truck stop or you know of a truck stop, let me know. Pop it in the comments, and by all means I'll pop along, do a video on it and push it out there for you. All for pushing local family businesses, and that is what this is about. That is proper old school, my friends. The only thing making me feel a little bit awkward is coming to a truck stop diner in a battery operated electric milk float. Anyway, that's the Stockyard. It was fantastic, thoroughly enjoyed it. Pop along yourself, let me know what you think. I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and click that little bell for notifications. Also, give us a thumbs up, will you? It just helps it push it out to YouTube. See you later. Bye bye.